Hey guys, welcome to this week's Lush Kitchen menu. This is my second menu video in 2 weeks. I hope, fingers crossed, that this video or these videos continue. You might have noticed my midweek video, like whoa Jen, midweek video, you had time to do a midweek video? That's pretty impressive. If you haven't checked it all out, that is on my channel somewhere. I'm pointing down here, but I don't really know why I'm pointing down there. But it's my top 5 shower jellies from Lush, and there'll be some more of those videos coming up in the coming weeks. I can't talk today. I'm stumbling over my words already. This is not a good start to the video, but I'm just going to get straight onto this week's Lush Kitchen menu. So I'm going to start with Monday, and in Monday in the Lush Kitchen menu is a bit of a mystery product. It is a vanilla gift box. Most Lush fans are putting 2 and 2 together because recently we had a Karma gift box, and that was the same as, I don't know if you can see, right here, in my Lush collection, you might just be able to see the top. They had this carved wooden box, and inside they had a variety of products with a Karma scent. I'm guessing, and a lot of people have guessed too, that the vanilla box set coming out next week is the same one, because they did release, and I've got it on my phone here, I'm going to show you right now, they did release a vanilla gift box as part of the regular range in store, and it looked a little bit like this. That's my camera. Let's try again. Take 2, Jen. It looks a little bit like this. And that gift box was actually smaller than the Karma one, and it featured a bottle of Vanilla Delight body lotion and the solid and the liquid version of the Vanilla perfume. If it is, for those who love the vanilla scent but perhaps haven't tried anything else aside from the perfume, I would recommend that you get it, because Vanilla Delight body lotion is incredible. So rich, so succulent, and it comes in a bottle rather than a tub and just leaves you feeling and smelling like vanilla. If you like vanilla, you will love this product, so I highly recommend that you do. This might not even be the gift set that comes out, so I'm sort of guessing and going with what everyone else is saying it's going to be. We could have a surprise tomorrow when they reveal what actually is going in the box set, and it might be something different. They might put in a vanilla fountain or something, who knows. Coming up on Tuesday in the Lush Kitchen menu is one of my favourite shower smoothies. It is the creamed almond and coconut smoothie. Now the strange thing about this is, yes, I get the coconut and the almond reference, but when I think of creamed almond and coconut, I do think of something that's very highly coconutty, and it's not. It's a very mild smell, it's a very creamy smell. I wouldn't say it's vanilla-y, it's sort of musky and sweet, so you could sort of link it to vanilla. For those who don't know what a smoothie is, it's basically like a whisked up, thinner soap. So what you can do in the shower is sort of rub it over your body without having to like lather yourself up, and you can use it for many things. Now, one thing that I say, and I put on my blog, I'm pretty sure I put this and I remember this very clearly, one great thing about this particular shower smoothie, it is fantastic for after you shave yourself. You know, when you use shaving foam, or some people use body conditioners from Lush to shave themselves and get a nice clean shave, and then afterwards you put on something, maybe it's just me being dumb, but put on a scrub or put on something, and then you get the sting and the pores come out and you get all the little pores stinging themselves, and you're like, I regret that, I shouldn't have done that. This one is really good for soothing that and for calming the skin afterwards. It's so relaxing, and you can put it on and you don't have to worry about it bringing out the pores or bringing out a rash and so on. So I'd highly recommend it for that. It is very mild, as I say, it's very creamy, the consistency is quite light, so you can scoop it out. It doesn't lather up like a soap, so you don't get all the foam that you'd normally get from a piece of soap, but it does spread easily, so you need less of it than you would a soap. Sometimes with soaps I find myself having to really lather, do it again, and so on. With this, is just a case of smoothing over patches. It is more softening to me than a soap, but I wouldn't say it's as softening as a shower gel or jelly still, because technically it is still a soap. One piece of advice that I will give though is that do use it away from the running water. If you do it near running water and you get water in the pot, you have to drain it out, and because it's so slippery and it's already quite thin anyway, you lose some of the product, or if you leave the water in there, it just tends to diminish what's in there already and make it even runnier, which is not very nice at all. Also coming up in the Lush Kitchen on Tuesday is a product that I bought the last time it came out, and I have been loving it, and that is the Vanilla Puff Dusting Powder. Now they're obviously on a little bit of a vanilla-y spree here, because this shares its scent with the vanilla range, and it is just as you would expect, sweet, decadent, rich, very, very tonka-led and beautiful. In terms of what you're supposed to use with it, it's a dusting powder, so it has endless possibilities. I personally either do 2 things. I don't even use it on my body. I like to sprinkle it on my bed once a week just to give my bed a nice smell to it as I go to bed and wake up in the morning, or I like to sprinkle it on my carpet and then I hoover 10 minutes later, and it's a little bit like an ethical version of shake and vac. You can use it for deodorant if you want to help absorb some of the excess moisture underneath your armpits. You can put it on your skin after a nice bath and you've dabbed yourself down, or you could moisturise yourself with a body lotion. For example, if you're getting the Vanilla gift set, you could use Vanilla Delight and then sprinkle some of this over the top and just help to soak up any excess oils and leave you nice and smooth and smelling lovely. I can't really say much more about Vanilla Puff. This is one that lasts ages. As you can see, I've used quite a lot and it still seems to be almost full. It's nice and strong. It's nice and rich. If you like vanilla-y, you will love this product, definitely. I definitely recommend that you get yourself some. On to Wednesday in the Lush Kitchen menu, and we have one of my favourite products. A product that I was not expecting to love as much as I did, and I love products like that. I love products that I have no expectations of, I use, and I just fall in love with, and this is one of them. This is the Aqua Morales body butter. Now I'm assuming, because it doesn't say underwater body butter, which is equally as good, that it's going to be this one here. Now this one, look at it. It just looks incredibly boring to smell. Just smells very nutty and biscuity in a way. Not a sweet biscuit though, just like digestives, but they've lost a bit of their sweetness, which I think is coming from the almonds and the nuts that are featured here. But this is incredibly boring to look at, but oh my god, it is like the best dessert for your skin. And I remember using Buffy and not being overly keen on Buffy. It's lovely, but it's not my favourite. And getting this and thinking it looks exactly the same. I think I tried Snuggle as well, which is another one, and I thought they just look the same. How are they going to be different? But this one is incredible. This one I love because it's more of an exfoliator than Buffy. So when you start to lather it up, you have little tiny shards exfoliate, and it's the perfect exfoliator. It's nothing too scratchy, but at the same time it's not just a light scrub like rub rub rub, for example. It's a perfect exfoliator. It leaves your skin feeling so smooth, and there's just something intoxifying about the smell. It's not a smell that would go in any other format. It's definitely not a smell that I'd want to wear as a perfume, but it's a smell that I find very comforting in the shower. And this one is also great because it's so compact with all of the ingredients. It lasts really, really long. Like I said with the shower smoothie a minute ago, I'd highly suggest that you step out of the running water when you use this. So step out of the running water, scrub this over your body. I find that if I scrub maybe half my arm, I can then use my hand to massage it across my whole arm, so I sort of save product. I use this all the time and it just leaves your skin so smooth. Unlike Buffy, this one doesn't tend to leave a film. You don't really get it with Aqua Morales, which is perhaps why I love it so much, because my skin still feels and looks amazing, and I've actually used this on my face and my complexion just looks so radiated, especially around my cheeks here and my forehead once I've used this. You can still use a moisturizer afterwards if you want. I don't need to when I use this, but yeah, this one doesn't leave you with that sort of greasy feel that some people just dislike. Am I going to be buying any? No, because I already have 2, and 2 is enough, Jen. 2 is enough to last me until the next time it comes out, where I will be buying some. Also coming up in the kitchen on Wednesday is the first brand new, but not brand new, old school, but brand new to the Lush Kitchen product, and that is, and I hope I'm going to pronounce this right, the Sweet Azer? Sweet Azer? Azer just sounds rubbish. The Sweet Azer Facial Moisturizer, which I have right here. Now this is, as I say, the first time it's come out in the Lush Kitchen. A little bit of information for those who are perhaps not old school Lush fans or haven't sort of delved into the history of this. This actually used to be a Be Never Too Busy to Be Beautiful product, and the idea is that it smells of dream cream. I will say straight up, maybe it's just the tub I have, it's not very fragrant from the tub. When I smell this, I don't smell anything. It smells like a lotion that hasn't been formulated properly. I'm going to be honest, there is no or very little smell elevating itself from this tub. It's when you put it on the skin, and I'm going to demonstrate on my hands, even though it's a facial moisturiser, that's when the smell comes out. So when I first tried this, I thought this is not going to work because I can't smell anything, that's just boring. But actually it's a very, very subtle one. Does it smell of dream cream? It smells very similar, but I say it smells a little bit more like 101 Salvation shower cream because I feel there's a little bit more cocoa butter here, but there's different elements. So the actual lotion itself, as you can probably see quite here, is quite a thin lotion. And the idea of a facial moisturiser, without trying to be patronising, is to moisturise your face. What I find, and it's actually showing up here, is that when you start, you probably can't see it there, but there's a thin layer. It's one of those moisturisers that when you start to rub it in, it's a little bit tough to rub in. I don't really want to compare it to, like, for example, a primer, because some primers, if you don't rub them in properly, you just get that very thin layer, you know, you can see, or really cheap body lotions, you see there's still residue on the skin and you can see that like white cloudy layer of your skin. It's a little bit like that to start with, so you really do have to moisturize this in well to get it to work and to get that thin layer of residue properly into your skin. Once you've massaged it into your skin, it is a tiny bit clammy, as I can still feel the product there. It's not really sticky, I won't say it's sticky, but it's a little bit clammy. Give it 5 minutes. When I first put it on my skin, I didn't like it because I felt that my skin felt really rigid, and because it was such an effort to rub in, I didn't like it. But I gave it 5 minutes, and then it's even doing it now, it just becomes so silky smooth. Like, I could sit here, guys, and stroke my arm all day, and you'd call me a weirdo, but I wouldn't care because I have the softest arms on the planet. It is absolutely beautiful, and I can already see, and I won't show you because you won't be able to see, I could already see there's a slight element of radiance that's just letting the light bounce off of it. It's so beautiful, but it's not like greasy. In terms of complexion, I would say, I mean, my complexion is fairly normal, slightly dry at times, and it worked really well for me. I would say this would work really well as well for oily skin, because I feel as if when you're rubbing it or massaging it into your skin in the first place, because it is quite a stubborn one to rub in, I think that is what's going to hopefully remove some of those excess oils and soak up some of those oils. So it will really calm sort of oily, greasy skin as well. So I think this is an all-rounder, really. In terms of smell, as I said, the smell comes out more when it's on the skin, but it's not highly dream cream. I would say, to me, it smells very faintly of lavender, but mostly I get sort of a nutty, oaty smell, and that's the main smell I would say. It's probably one of Lush's most subtle smelling facial moisturisers, if I'm going to be honest. So if you're somebody who just wants something on your face to work without having the smell, this would be one for you. But all I'm going to say, and this is only the 3rd or 4th time I've used it on my skin, I'm super impressed with how it leaves my skin, and I'm going to be continuing to use this little beauty for the foreseeable future. So my Almond Kisses has been pushed aside for Sweet Azer moisturizer, and as I say, it is an old school product, but it's never been out in the kitchen before, and I'd highly recommend that you get some of that. Coming up on Thursday in the Lush kitchen, we have 2 more products, and I'm going to start with the one that least interests me, and that is Azer Cocoa Soap. Now, I don't have any Azer Cocoa Soap to show you, but it is a nice soap, even though I just said it didn't interest me that very much. But you know my story about soaps, and it has been modelled on the coconut ice sweets. So what you get is a white block of soap, and across the top you have red with sprinkles of desiccated coconut on top. They work as a nice exfoliator to begin with, but they do sort of drop off fairly quickly. Because it's coconut, because there's coconut milk and oil and so on, coconut, as we know, is fantastic for the skin at moisturising, at hydrating. In fact, I was just reading an article earlier today about the benefits of coconut oil, and I couldn't believe how many benefits there were. It is fantastic. This soap, I think, is for a comforting soap, really. For those people who like coconut and just can't get enough of it, you'd probably really like it. It's a nice gentle coconutty smell, nothing overly special. I wouldn't say it's as sweet as coconut ice, there you go. I don't think it's as sweet as that whatsoever, but it is a nice rounded coconut smelling soap. I wonder how many times I said coconut in the last 2 minutes. In terms of lather, it lathers up fairly well, and it produces a nice thick creamy lather, as you would expect coconut would. I'm not going to overly rave about it. I don't need to say much more. If you like coconut, go and get it. If you like soap, you want to give it a go, give it a go. I have a full review on my blog that you can check out if you want to know more. And the second product coming out in the kitchen on Thursday is one that has never come out in the kitchen before, but it has come out at the Lush Summit, and that is called the Ooty Creamy Dreamy Oat Milk Shower Cream. Yay, I got it right. Yes, it is this baby here. Now, you might not know what this product is because you might never have heard of this product before, but this product, and I don't have my bottle with me to show you, is another name for 101 Salvations, basically. Because I'm so lovely, I have been testing out this one and my bottle of 101 Salvations to tell you the difference. So for those who have not managed to get their hands on 101 Salvations, I'm sure you'll be buying some of these anyway, but for those who are umming and ahhing, is it much different, should I invest, I'm going to help you out quite a lot, and I'll be doing a full review of this on my blog later. So, for those who don't know what 101 Salvations is and doesn't know what this one is, this is a shower cream, and it shares its scent, or it's very, very similar, as in it's almost identical but not quite, to the Dream Cream range. So you have so many things in here to make it nice and softening, really gentle on the skin. So for those who have, for example, rashes or sensitive skin, eczema, etc., this is probably the shower cream that you have been waiting for. Those who are obsessed with Dream Wash or Dream Wash the Roulade or the shower smoothie, unfortunately, which has been discontinued, but was in love with that, Dream Cream body lotion. If you really want something that is not very perfumed, very light on the skin, very gentle on the skin, and perfect for sensitive skin, this will probably be a shower cream that you want to go for. In terms of the main ingredient or main ingredients, as the name suggests, it's full of things like oats and oat milk, and they are very, very good at cleaning the skin, absorbing excess grease while being super sensitive and not sort of irritating your skin. Differences between 101 Salvations and this product here. The first difference I noticed, and it's not an extreme difference, is the colour. This one is slightly darker when you look at the 101 Salvations, so not really much of a problem. The second thing I noticed is that the consistency of this one is very slightly thinner. However, this one is still, and I'm going to show you now, and I'll probably regret this, still super thick. Look at this. Lovely demo for you there. So this one is still super thick, but when compared to 101 Salvations, I think they've thinned it just slightly to make it more manageable to get it out of the bottle, because you really have to squeeze 101 Salvations to get it out. The reason why its name has changed, I believe, looking through research and sort of asking people, I believe it's something to do with a copyright issue with the name 101 Salvations. I don't know why they've named it Ooty Creamy Dreamy Oat Milk Shower Cream, unless they just had a bit of a hissy fit and said, oh, I don't know, what are we going to call it then? And someone just went, oh, we should call it, yeah, that's funny, we'll call it that. In terms of scent, I have to say I prefer 101 Salvations. They are very, very similar. They have all the same qualities. They have the chamomile, they have the lavender in there, the oats, the nice gentle Dream Cream smell. But I feel that 101 Salvations has an extra element of cocoa butter that comes out when you're lathering in the shower. This one doesn't seem to have that extra cocoa butter. There's cocoa butter in here to make it softening, but I feel that 101 Salvations has a very gentle, mild, chocolatey element to it, which this one doesn't seem to have. So that was a little bit disappointing, but I can deal with that. In terms of lathering, pretty much the same. In terms of what they do on the skin, pretty much the same. They'll leave you nice and smooth, not overly moisturising. The lather itself is quite difficult to lather. It's quite a thin, frothy lather, so you don't get that much of it, but it still does clean your skin. And it doesn't really stay on your skin that much afterwards if you use anything other strong. Like for example, today I used Snowdrop's bath bomb, so that completely just took over, and I couldn't smell this at all afterwards, basically. This is really good. I know this is going to be popular because there's nothing really like this that Lush have done before. I hope that's helped to make your decision a little bit easier on whether or not you're going to buy any, but that is the Ooty Dreamy Creamy or Creamy Dreamy Oat Milk Shower Cream. Creamy first. C-D, alphabet. Creamy Dreamy Oat Milk Shower Cream. Dear God, Lush, please pick better names. On to Friday in the Lush kitchen, and we start with a product that is not vegan this week, but is so popular, and if you want this, you're going to have to buy it fast. I think both the products on Friday are very popular, but this is coconut deodorant. It has come out multiple times. Unfortunately, as I have said, it is not vegan. I've never been able to try it. However, I should check, because I found out that the chocolate egg was made vegan without me knowing, and if this is made vegan, it's going to make my day. As the name suggests, it's a deodorant powder. It's very, very popular. It's probably one of the only ones in the world that features some of the ingredients it does. So it has coconut milk, coconut oil, desiccated coconut everything, basically. Wow, this video is packed full of coconut today, and it is super strong. I remember smelling it on one of my friends who had some, and it did smell very sort of sultry and thick and creamy, but very slightly musky and a little bit powdery as well. Even though it's a deodorant, you can use it in the same way that you use a dusting powder. So again, shake and vac, in the bed, in your drawers perhaps to freshen up drawers, and I mean drawers as in like you pull them out and you put things in, not as in like the old-fashioned word for drawers. Use it down there as well if you want to, really. It's pretty versatile, but it's not vegan, so I'm not going to fully review it. If you want to see a full review, I'm sure there's loads online. And the final product coming out on Friday, and I knew it. If you go and read my review, I'm pretty sure I said in my review this is going to be out before next Christmas again, because it's so popular. It is Sleepy body lotion. This was first released last Christmas, and can you believe it's over 5 months ago Christmas? Crazy times. We're almost halfway through, and we're only a few months from finding out this year's Christmas range. So Sleepy body lotion, smells like Twilight, but I'm going to say again, it is a version of Twilight, so it's not identical, so don't expect it to be exactly like the shower gel, but it is a very, very close replica and I highly recommend it. This is quite a thick, I don't know if you can see this. It's quite a thick body lotion. It reminds me a little bit of the set yogurts, the French set yogurts. It's slightly purple in colour. This hand is going to be so moisturised by the end of this video. Slightly purple in colour, and it does have silver lustre. I don't know if the silver lustre is going to come in the kitchen version. It normally is sprinkled on the top, so you could just scoop that top bit off if you really didn't want it. Very easy to moisturise in, and for a thick body lotion, it does tend to settle into the skin really quickly. And again, I'm now left with a really nice, soft, smooth hand. It's slightly sticky, it's slightly clammy, so you have to give yourself a little bit of time for it to soak in. But once it does, it will leave you so moisturised and it will last for the whole day. Now, as I said in my review, and I tried this yesterday when I found out that it was coming out in the kitchen just to double check, and it did the same thing. If you have any dry patches, if your hands, for example, my hands get very dry, this is really great for instant results. You will find that your hands and your body will feel super soft straight away. However, long-term effects, it takes a lot longer than other body lotions. So I found that once I use this, straight away, instant result, yes, you'll get nice and smooth, all the dry patches go, but it doesn't work strong enough to then keep those going day after day, if you get my drift. It's not as malty. It's not as malty as Twilight is. It's just a nice sweet vanilla smell, and again, it's very subtle, but it does stay with you for a number of hours, which is really lovely. I don't need to sell Sleepy. Sleepy will sell out very, very quickly, I would assume, as it's Twilight scented, and we all know how people get around Twilight scented products. So there's my video for the week. I don't feel like I've had as much enthusiasm about this video. That's not to say I haven't, that's just to say I don't really know. I'm a little bit aware of the fairies today, but top 3 products that I would vote for this week. I'm going to say my top one, Aqua Morales body butter. I would say my second product of the week, I'm going to say the sweet Azer moisturizer, if I'm saying it correctly. Third product of the week, I think I'm going to go with Sleepy body lotion, because we could all do with a little bit of Twilight scented body lotion. It might not help me to go to sleep, but at least I smell good when I'm trying. Until next time, take care.